Hello, 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 and welcome back. And yeah, I know this is my second live this week, but well, I'm home and I decided to do more lives for you and learn with me. Yes, so today we're gonna talk about tisanes, teas, herbal teas. What is the difference? I knew some about these teas. This smoke is on my face. I'm boiling water here, by the way. So anyhow, teas are not tisanes, tisanes are not teas, although they kind of look similar. So teas are made out of one leaf from the Camellia sinensis plant, and we know green tea, black tea, and oolong tea. Now tisanes, on the other hand, are made of different plants, combination of different plants. So there's different kinds of tisanes that you can actually prepare. So you have leaf tisanes made with lemon vein, mint, and lemongrass. And by the way, we're going to be using lemongrass today. Flower tisanes, rose, chamomile. Most of us know chamomile. You've been drinking chamomile since you was a child. Hibiscus too, lavender. So those are made out of flowers. Then you have seeds and spice tisanes like cardamom, caraway, and fennel. Delicious. And then you have root tisanes. We have ginger, echinacea, and chicory root. We're gonna use ginger today too. And then we have bark tisanes, cinnamon and cloves. Now, in the Latino culture, we use a lot of cinnamon and cloves. So I'm actually gonna do a combination of many of these things for the tisane that I make today. And last, we can make tisanes out of fruits and berries like raspberry, blueberries, peach, apples, and dry fruits, by the way. So as you can see, for tisanes, it's a combination of these things. You can get creative on making tisanes. I used to have recipes using ginger. I would call it ginger tea, but now I know better not to call it tea. It's a tisane. And so there's two ways you can make a tisane. You can actually do an infusion method and then decoction method. Now, things don't get complicated. You just need to know the difference here. So a infusion means you boil the water, and then once the water reaches boiling, it's boiling now, you turn off the heat and you put the plants in there and let it steep for 5, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, depending on your timing and how much flavor you want. Now, you normally do infusions using the flowers and the leaves and the seeds. So those can actually be broken down by the boiling water, the already boiled water, and then get the flavors into the water. So that's an infusion. Now, decoctions, the difference is that you are putting the plant as the water is boiling, and you let it boil with the plant. So pretty much you put the hardcore plants like cinnamon, cloves, they have also the fruits and things that need more power with the boiling water, so you can extract the nutrients out of the plants. So since I have more time nowadays, we're staying in shelter, I decided to play with a flavor tisane thing. And I was thinking, how people want to support their immune system more. And I also heard many people telling me about emotional eating and stress eating. And I normally recommend my clients to sip on herbal teas, not decaffeinated teas throughout the day. Not only that help with calming them down, but also distract them from eating. Like if you feel like you're working and, I normally like to chew something when I'm working, especially on the computer. And if you're sitting home all day, you want to work and eat, and you get bored and you want to eat. You want to watch TV and you want to eat. So instead of eating, if you already have eaten your lunches and say your meals, then sip on these tisanes that I'm going to show you now. And sip the tisane throughout the day. You're gonna love it because it's not only delicious, but it has some properties that might help you support your immune system. So ginger has been used in for many years, thousands of years, and so it's known worldwide as a medicine food. Well, I put medicine because I'm not gonna get into it right now, but we wonder if food is medicine or not. All right, but it says that the research shows that ginger root, it has antioxidants that can support your immune system. Now, the truth is the research is limited. So are you going to stop eating it because the research is limited? No, I encourage to eat ginger and make these tisanes. You never know. It might help. The research is limited, but we know that actually has antioxidants that can help your immune system, especially now that we need our immune system to be at its best. All right, so let's now make the tisane that I'm telling you. So with my tisane, I'm going to do a decoction first, and then we're going to do an infusion. So now that my water is almost boiling, I'm going to pretend it's already boiling. As you can see, it's reaching boiling now. We are going to add the plants that are a little more hardcore, like the cinnamon sticks. And probably you're going to see the recipe of my Zesty ginger fruity tisane. Then we're going to add cloves. And now here I'm using ginger root sliced, and I decided to do both ways, sliced and grated. So for the decoction part, which by the way, decoction means you boil these plants for about 10 minutes. I'm doing it for about 8 to 10 minutes. You can do a little longer if you like, but I think that's enough. I tested these already 3 times, and it gave me the perfect flavors. Then we're gonna add oranges. All right, and I love the orange flavor. Ginger tends to spice things a lot, but by adding some lemon in there or oranges there will do really good. Now then we have dry fruit. Now the dry fruit will actually sweeten the water, and so I'm using dry figs and then prunes because they're really sweet and I love them. I normally eat them all the time as my snacks. So I decided, hey, use them as a sweetener for your water. All right, so then you stir these, and look how beautiful this looks. I love it. All right, so then you boil these for about 10 minutes. So this is your decoction method. You boil this for about 10 minutes, and we're gonna pretend it's already boiled, and that's okay if you boil these too, but to differentiate between decoction and infusion, decoction is a tisane that you boil the plant for about anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes or 15 minutes. The time varies depending on how much time you have or how much flavor you want in your water. And this recipe was tested, and I boiled it for 8 minutes, and it was perfect timing. All right, so pretend 8 minutes have passed, and now this is boiling. You turn off the heat, and then we're gonna add the last two, the lemongrass, which is the leaf. Lemongrass gives you that lemon flavor, so that seems to help reduce the bitterness or not the spiciness of the ginger, but the bitterness of the ginger calms everything down. And then I'm gonna add more ginger because I really like spicy things, especially on my teas. It really helps with my throat, digestion. I love it. I mean, there's a lot of anecdotes on ginger, how they help people, but again, the research is limited. Use it, it will not hurt, it's great. And now you stir these well. And for the infusion part, you let it sit for another 10 minutes. So 10 minutes boiling with the first part of the plants that we used, and then the remaining 10 minutes is the infusion part. So for this tisane, I use different plants, as you saw, and also different methods for this tisane that I made today, the infusion and the decoction. I started with the decoction and then the infusion. So pretty much you cover it and let it sit for another 10 minutes for the infusion part. Then once it's done, you strain these and using a colander, and then pour it in a glass or in a container that you will use, refrigerated. It can be you can drink this cold or warm. And I'm gonna taste it actually here. Let's see. And I love this. Oh my God. The lemon, you can feel the fruits and the orange. So good. I hope you make this because it's actually quite amazing. And I feel in my throat, supporting my immune system. It feels good. Again, I drink this as I watch TV because, I was eating too much popcorn, actually, to be honest. So I need to slow down on the popcorn. And this actually is saving my weight. All right. So I hope you have enjoyed today's caliente topic, tisanes. Hope you enjoy this tisane yourself one day. And until next time.